Uneducated Experts.
Uneducated Experts.
Motherfucking.
Uneducated Experts.
Episode 7.
And we're back. This week on Uneducated Experts. Hey, so we start with the story every time, so I'll hit you off with my story of why I'm crippled now. Trying to get a little handicap placard so I can park closer. So there I was playing basketball on a Thursday, like I always do. Got a bunch of the young people that I work with. I take them out of the courts. We play basketball on Thursdays. It's my cardio. That because I lift on the other days. Anyways, so I dribble down the court. I think I got a rebound. I turn around. I try to hit a fadeaway jump shot, and this 6'4" dude that's behind me reaches over me and literally like palms the ball. Like that's how good of a block it was. And he pulls back. Well, I'm so hard-headed, instead of just letting go of the ball like everyone knows to do, I try to pull it forward. I'm not even on the ground. I'm in the air trying to pull a ball forward with nothing to stand on, literally. There's another dude who's got to be, like 6'3", probably 6'4", too. Not 6'4", too, but 6'4" as well. This dude, like, grabs my hand. Like, he had so much in my hand that I thought we were going to interlock fingers. Like, I thought this dude was about to take me on a date. We could have been getting ready to play, like, what's it called? I want to say, damn, I can't think of what it's called. The thumb war.
Oh, yeah, thumb war.
Thumb wrestling.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyways, beside the point, trying to make a joke didn't work. So he grabs my arm and he pulls me down. The problem is that I'm a pretty big dude. I'm 6 feet tall, 225.
200 plus.
And, I went horizontal in the air and smacked my back on the ground, right? So, I'm sore, whatever. I leave. I'm like, I'll be alright. So, I make a joke about it. Like, yeah, I got slammed. I was like, it looked like the Undertaker and Kane just double choke slammed me. A whole bunch of stuff. So Friday comes, and I wake up, and I'm sore. And I figured I would be. I'm in a little bit of a pain. No big deal. And then Saturday comes, and I go get my haircut, and I'm walking through the store, and I cough, bro.
Yeah?
And my entire body crumbled. I almost fell in the aisle on the ground. So I was like, oh, shit. I better take my ass to the ER. So I go to the ER, and I tell them what happened. And they do x-rays, they do everything. Come to find out, bro, I severely strained the muscles in my upper right side of my back. And that the basketball court gave my back muscle blunt force trauma.
Off of a block shot that you fell on.
All off of... I got pulled down. I got slammed. It's whatever. But... So, I say all that to tell you that this episode is sponsored by Narcos. Let's just say I'm a little elevated right now. They got me on muscle relaxers and hydrocodone and Mobic, and I gotta put these little pads on my back. It's bad, man. Like, so that was not yesterday, Saturday, but the Saturday before. Who knows what day y'all are hearing this? So the dates are way messed up.
Yeah, we've been away for a little bit too long, but that's life. We ain't getting paid for this, and we have real life issues.
Y'all ain't paying me.
So
yeah, I'm crippled.
We put out these segments while we can, and we're back. Uneducated Experts here, telling you everything that we think we know and nothing that we do. My name is Jones.
I'm Mink. You know you like cut my story in half right now. Right?
I thought you were finished.
I wasn't finished.
Well, we're already 4 minutes in, so are you?
So I went. Yeah, well, I'm almost done. Don't rush me. I'm gonna wrap it up then.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B.
That was that Saturday, right? And I go to the doctor on Tuesday to do a follow up. But this doctor looked me dead in my eye and said, "I don't know how else to tell you this, but your back is fucked up." Ah, my bad. I didn't.
That's one.
Drop the F-bomb. All right, but I was just quoting the doctor. Anyways, we're the Uneducated Experts. I'm the uneducated one. He's the expert. Or is it the other way around?
Well, I don't know. You did get John Jones right.
So, hey, look. Holla at your boy. That's actually the second one that I've got. The second prediction I've gotten right since we started the podcast.
What was the first?
CP3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so two. That is two. CP3 to the Houston Rockets.
that's
You
just
said
two since
that.
we started.
I did give you props, and you called John Jones by knockout. Hey, I did call third round. I just said submission by
You
DC. So
But I just want to remind you that when I said knockout, you were like, he ain't had a knockout in like 5 years.
well, that
And I said, nah, bro, it's gonna be a knockout, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I did see the clip.
I felt bad for DC.
I did see
though.
the clip.
I felt bad.
All right, so what we talking
Anyways,
about
we
today?
can talk about that later. So today we are talking about Leveon Bell and his whole contract situation. He wants to be paid as a running back, as the top running back, and as the wide receiver too for his team because he got 70 passes last year. Do you agree or disagree that he's worth that much money?
Okay, so I'm torn between this. The running back position has been so devalued through basically the better part of the last decade that I understand the man wanting to get his money. Second round draft pick, so he had 4-year contract that pushes him to about 25, 26. Don't have his age in front of me. So this is his last big payout before that running back wall, 29, 30 years old hit. Yes, for the Steelers offense, I believe he's worth the money that he's asking for.
Okay, so I disagree, and here's why. Le'Veon Bell is probably the best running back in the NFL.
Debatable.
Easily top 3.
Easily.
And the other two they really only had one solid year, so we really don't even know if they're going to continue what they're doing or if they're going to have sophomore slumps, whatever. So my thing is that Le'Veon Bell is the best running back, the best all-purpose running back in the NFL because of his receiving ability. If you take away his receiving ability, he wouldn't be the top running back in the NFL.
Okay.
So, and on top of that, the whole basis of his argument is that he caught 70 passes last year, right? Does he catch 70 passes if Martavis Bryant wasn't suspended?
Maybe not 70, but go ahead. I'm going to pull up his numbers the year before he got suspended.
So that's my point, is that, yes, you were a very big focus on the offense. However,
some would say he is the focus, though.
Back, but it's hard to say that when you got Antonio Brown. Like, the Steelers have like a four-headed monster, if you really think about
True.
it. They got Big Ben, right there with he's the head above the shoulders, and then you have Antonio Brown, who is arguably the most talented receiver in the NFL. And that's a debate for another time. But then you have Le'Veon Bell.
Yep.
And you have Martavis Bryant.
Okay.
So that's a very big, high-powered offense that you're a part of. Same thing, like, if you didn't have Big Ben as your quarterback, you wouldn't be doing as well as a running back because they can't stack the box on you.
I'm going to let you finish, but I'm going to go ahead and...
Antonio Brown's going to pull all the double teams, so... I think he's a great running back. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL. I just don't think that he's worth running back 1 money and wide receiver 2 money, especially in today's climate where no one cares about running backs anymore.
Okay.
Like, you can get 17 running backs for what he's asking for, so...
17 running back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Running back has been a devalued position for the better part of the last decade. I will say this though.
And not only that.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, because I have another point.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Martavis Bryant, rookie in 2014, suspended 2016, and had a pretty good year 2015, but he had hamstring injuries. I'm looking at 2015 when people knew who Martavis Bryant was. 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns. That same year, 2015,
Wait, how many games?
11 games. But
Okay.
16 games. I'm sorry. Timeout. I'm sorry. I messed up. 2015, Le'Veon Bell only played 6 games. That's where he was suspended and he tore his ACL. He was suspended for smoking weed with LeGarrette Blount. Remember that?
Yep.
And then remember, I said Blount again. LeGarrette Blount. I messed it up again, man. But then he tore his
You just don't know to talk, man.
Then he tore his ACL against the Bengals with Vontaze Burfict. Had that questionable dirty tackle. But 2014, he had 16 games played, 83 catches. I repeat, 83 catches.
It's a lot. It's
Okay.
a lot.
2016, he had 75 catches. So he has been the second best receiver on the team for 2 of the last 3 years. He is a vital. He is basically the offense, totaling over 2,000 yards in 2014 and close to it in 2016. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I mean, his receiving ability is top notch. I mean, he could probably be a slot receiver in the NFL and have no issues.
And I'm going to say that. Well, yeah, he's also 6'1", so he could be a very good slot receiver. I'm going to say this though. Also, if I guess I'm kind of leaning towards the running backs because I hate that I hate the new CBA towards running backs. I feel like if you're a first-round draft pick in the running back position, you will never see that big contract. So sorry, Leonard Fournette. Sorry, Christian McCaffrey. You're never going to see a huge contract. But if nobody fights for the running backs, who will? Because
I mean, I understand that. It's. I always have an issue when players think that they're bigger than their team, and like I'm all for go chase your money. You're really, when you think about a sports player, their body is their business.
Exactly.
So I understand all of it, but at the end of the day, that's still your team, and your goal is still to. I mean, I would assume that your goal is to go down as the best running back in the history of the NFL. And to win the Super Bowl, right? That should be your goal for your life or for your career, and that should be the goal for the season.
Well, I gotta argue with that one because it's hard to go down as the best running back in the league when teams don't treat you post 29. I say post 29 because once they hit the age of 30, they're treated like yesterday's garbage. So you have about a 6-year window where you can make your impact, as opposed to 20 years ago when Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders and Priest Holmes. I mean, they were carrying the ball 300 times a game and they were getting all the carries. They don't do that no more in today's football. So you have a 6-year window, and Leveon Bell is
more than just running backs, though, man.
It's not more than running backs. Receivers are Go ahead.
You gotta remember, back in the day when you were drafted by a team, the majority of players, if you kept playing, retired with that team. Right? Nowadays, I mean, shit, Peyton Manning left the Colts. Who would have thought that would have ever happened?
I mean,
Look at Jamal Charles, who's the Kansas City Chiefs all-time leading rusher and has the record in the NFL for average yards per carry. He's not on the Chiefs no more.
Okay, and the Chiefs cut him.
DeMarcus Ware.
The Chiefs cut him.
DeMarcus Ware. One of the best defensive ends in the history of the NFL, and he left the Cowboys. Because
he felt lowballed. I mean, it's all about getting your money, man. It's a different
but
time.
What I'm saying is that it's a different culture now, and you're you don't retire with the team that drafts you. Or very rarely does it happen, it seems now.
Outside of quarterback, I have to agree. Outside of quarterback, yeah, it's very rare that the team will that you'll retire with the team that drafts you. But I don't know if it's so much the player or if it's the team, because the team cut Jamal Charles, but DeMarcus Ware chose to turn down a contract left.
I wasn't saying.
No, I understand what I'm saying, but it goes both ways. The team either cuts you or you leave as a player because you feel disrespected. I'm throwing so many more players out there. DeMarco Murray, drafted by the Cowboys, had an 1,800-yard season in 2014, felt disrespected, went to the Eagles, and now he plays with the Titans. DeMarcus Ware, like you said, one of the best DNs, felt disrespected with the contract they offered him, went to the Broncos where he won the Super Bowl champion. Peyton Manning was cut due to injuries in a 2-14 season, and the coach saw a future with Andrew Luck, didn't think Peyton could play. He left.
Actually, so Peyton Manning, I don't know if you ever read the story or not, but Peyton Manning's the one that told their front office that they would be dumb to not draft Andrew Luck. and to cut him.
I did read that, and I just didn't know how much truth there was to it. I didn't know who wrote it. I just read it, and I was like, okay, whatever. I just really didn't believe it. But bottom line, we're getting a little off topic. Is Leveon Bell worth more than what he's asked, than what was offered to him? So behind the contract that was offered to him, it was $30 million guaranteed over the first 2 years and $42 over the 3-year deal. It was a 4-year deal, but $42 million offered up over 3 years. Well, he's getting franchise tagged, $12.1 million, right? And a little over 15 the second year if he gets franchised again. That's $27 million. So this is when I have an issue with it, because my take is Leveon Bell basically said that if the Steelers won't pay me, somebody else will, because he turned down what would be two franchise tags this year and next year, with it being $12 million and $15 million. That's $27. He turned down $30 million guaranteed. You know what I mean? So,
I mean,
go ahead.
And you know what? If you think about it, like he's asking for a lot when he hasn't finished an entire season since
2014.
Did you say 2014?
Well, it's been 4 years.
So
he got, worked his way in 2013 as a rookie, 2014 full season, 2015 suspended and injured, and 2016 suspended. So yeah, I 100% agree with you that this guy Leveon Bell is asking for a lot of money while producing only one full season, while being injured and suspended. So injuries, okay, I get it, but
the Steelers love weed, man.
Well, I'll tell you this much: you don't mess with the Rooney brothers and the ownership of the Steelers. I don't know why he turned the contract down. That's a good contract, and he turned it down. So evidently, he's banking on himself, like Joe Flacco did with the Ravens.
Yep. I mean, like I said, I think he's worth running back one money. And this new trend in the NFL where everyone wants to be the highest paid person.
Yeah, that's getting annoying, man. That's really getting annoying.
It's like, I feel like teams are more interested in having the highest paid player than having the best player.
Yeah, that's really getting annoying. Now we have
another conversation for another time. So, I think that he's worth the. I mean, that it was $30 million guaranteed.
$30 million guaranteed over the first 2 years.
That was the first 2 years.
Yep.
So that's $15 million a year, just right there. I don't know how you turn that down.
Which is more than this year and next year combined. So yeah, I agree. I don't know how you turn it down, but he did. So I mean.
So do you think that they will come to an agreement before the season starts?
What do you mean come to agreement?
Or do you think he leaves?
No. What do you mean come to agreement? So the deadline to get a deal done with your franchise tags has already passed. That happened in July. Like mid-July. I forgot the exact date, but it was a Monday in July where that was the deadline. And he turned his offer down, saying that he would be basically a free agent after this year.
Yeah, but he still hasn't signed the franchise.
Well, yeah, he hasn't done that either. So, all right, so this is the issue. When it comes to NFL, no long-term deal can get done for Leveon Bell. He has to play on that franchise tag or sit out this season. You know what I mean? That's how it works when it comes to franchise tag.
Or do you think he sits out?
Well, he has no choice but to play. He already turned down the tag. This is what I think Leveon Bell is doing. I think he's just sitting out training camp because, one, the offense hasn't changed. It's still.
He doesn't have to be there.
Well, he doesn't have to be there. One, he's not contracted, obligated. I can't say it. Contractually obligated to be there because he has not signed it.
Yeah, he gets paid regardless.
And two, no, he doesn't get paid because he ain't signed it yet. So he hasn't signed it yet, so he doesn't have to be there. He's not obligated to be there. But two, I think he's saying people get injured in training camp. I get all the notifications when people get injured in training camp. And he's like, well, the offense hasn't changed. It's still Big Ben. It's still Antonio Brown. And Todd Haley is still calling the shots. I know this offense. Been here for 4 years now. I know this offense. I don't need to be at training camp. I think he signs it preseason week 2, and he plays a drive or two with the Steelers in preseason week 3, and he goes on and plays his 16 games. Well, he goes on to attempt to play 16 games, and we'll see what happens next offseason. But like I said, if he gets franchise tag again, that's $15 million. He turned that down. That would be $27 million guaranteed. So I'm pretty sure he's banking on being a free agent and getting signed by somebody else after this season. That's just my take.
That was my question. I guess I stated it wrong.
Oh, my bad.
So
yeah.
you think that his future with the Steelers is bleak?
I think his future with the Steelers does not go past this 2017-2018 season. I think he signs with another team.
Who do you think he signs with?
Oh, boy. Oh, that's just so many teams. Let's see. Isaiah Correll is...
Whoever pays the most.
Probably whoever pays the most. I don't even think he's not about playing with a Super Bowl contender. But there's several teams.
No, he's looking for money.
Well, there's several teams. There's the New York Giants. People say they're Super Bowl contenders, but that offense and that defense is nasty.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not chasing running backs.
But they're missing a running back.
They had the opportunity to sign. Yeah, they're missing them, but they've had the opportunity to sign these dudes, and they haven't. I mean, maybe they have him. We just don't hear about it. But I haven't seen any reports linking any of these big profile running backs to the Giants.
Well, true. Okay, well, I mean, Isaiah Correll is a free agent after this year, and last time I checked, the Browns have a lot of money in cap space they could overpay for Leveon Bell. So, bottom line is, he turned down that contract that was worth more than what would be 2 franchise tags. I think he basically said, "I'm worth more than what you guys are offering. I played this last season," because he turned it down. He can't do nothing but be tagged and get paid the $12.1 million, and he will be a free agent and sign somewhere else next year. He will not be a Steeler after 2018.
Dang, you know what that means, right?
What's that?
That means the Midwest is just losing good players because LeBron James ain't going to be a Cavalier after next year either. Man.
But, yeah, true. And then only problem is, but I'll tell you what, I don't know Antonio Brown's situation. Let's just go real quick. Antonio Brown's situation going forward, because Big Ben is more likely to retire after this season. When the wife steps in and says, "Oh, it'd be better if you spent more time with the kids," that basically means you're done. And then Le'Veon Bell leaves. Antonio Brown just signed that extension. We've seen Landry Jones. He's not the quarterback of the future. I feel bad for Antonio Brown after this next season coming up. But anyways,
well, see, the good news is that the Steelers already have Le'Veon Bell's replacement.
And who? James Conner?
Yeah,
that's his replacement.
Is it Conner?
That's his replacement.
Yeah, James Conner. That's got the Pittsburgh success story written on it. He has the #1 selling jersey in the NFL right now. You know that?
Okay, but do you know his story?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, that's why he's a #1 selling jersey right now, or #1 selling rookie jersey.
No, it's #1 selling jersey in general.
He is not the success story to Le'Veon Bell. Let's stop it. Just stop it. I'll take Davis behind him before I take James Conner.
Nah. Would you take Mixon?
Who?
Mixon.
Joe Mixon?
Yeah.
Joe Mixon's the truth, dude. What do you want me to say about him? We're going way off topic now.
Yeah. His ex-girlfriend would say otherwise.
Anyways, good Lord. All right.
Anyways.
Cut this segment done. We're done. We're done.
Yeah. So, I say he's worth RB1 money, not all the money Jones says.
I'm torn. Like I said, I'm torn. He should have signed the contract that was given to him. Especially in his position, he hasn't been the healthiest running back over the last 4 years in his NFL career. But, I mean, like I said, if he ain't going to fight for the running backs, because you said he's easily the top 3 running back. If he ain't going to fight for running back paychecks, then who will? Because LaShawn McCoy's not doing it. LaShawn McCoy's already not franchise tagged. If it wasn't for the franchise tag, he'd be the highest paid running back. So, Le'Veon Bell, LaShawn McCoy doesn't care.
Just a quick answer, man. We're trying to wrap it up.
All right, yeah, all right. I think he should have signed the contract, but I'm torn. Yeah, I'm torn. I don't blame him for going after the money.
He won't be a Steeler after this year.
He will not be a Steeler after this year. I guarantee that. You could put an uneducated expert stamp on that shit.
So that was our take on Le'Veon Bell and his current contract situation. Like, comment, share, retweet, all the above. Holla at us. Do whatever you got to do. I'm Mink,
And I am Jones.
and that was a long pause. Have a dope day.